The sun was setting over the sprawling metropolis, casting long shadows across the skyline. On the top floor of a sleek glass-walled skyscraper, Maya Steele, a rogue spy, had just stolen classified intel from a covert government agency. Dressed in a tactical black suit, she pocketed a small flash drive containing information that could destabilize the nation. As the alarms blared through the building, she knew she had seconds to make her escape. Her earpiece crackled. "Target acquired! Lock down the perimeter!" Maya sprinted toward the nearest exit. She burst through the door to the rooftop, her heart racing. The city spread out before her, glittering with lights, but there was no time to admire the view. She had to make it out before the agents closed in. Behind her, the door slammed open, and armed agents poured onto the roof. They raised their weapons, lasers trained on her back. "Stop right there!" one of them shouted. Without a second thought, Maya sprinted toward the edge of the building. With incredible agility, she vaulted over air conditioning units, dodged ventilation systems, and narrowly evaded a barrage of gunfire. She didn't slow down as she reached the edge of the roof. She leapt across the gap, soaring through the air. She landed on the neighboring building with a roll, never breaking her stride. The agents followed, leaping after her with deadly precision. One of them caught up, grabbing her arm, but she countered with a swift elbow to his ribs, followed by a knee to his chest, sending him crashing to the ground. Maya kept moving. The rooftops became a blur as she navigated the urban jungle, her parkour skills turning every obstacle into an opportunity. She vaulted over railings, slid down slanted roofs, and swung from metal beams like a cat through the concrete maze. A helicopter roared above her, spotlight sweeping the rooftops in search of its target. With nowhere left to run on the rooftops, Maya spotted her escape, a speeding train on the nearby elevated track. She bolted toward it, jumping just in time to land atop one of the train cars. The agents weren't far behind. One managed to grab the edge of the train just as it pulled away from the station, pulling himself up to face her. Maya spun around, coming face to face with Agent Black, a relentless government enforcer. They'd crossed paths before. He was fast, brutal, and unyielding. The wind whipped around them as the train roared along the track, shaking beneath their feet. "Give me the drive, Steele," Agent Black growled, drawing a combat knife. Maya smirked, pulling out a baton from her belt. "Come and get it." The fight was intense. Black lunged with the knife, and Maya deflected it with her baton, sparks flying as metal clashed against metal. The two exchanged rapid blows, the train speeding through the city as they fought atop it. Each hit was precise and calculated, Black's brute force versus Maya's agility and finesse. At one point, Black nearly disarmed her, but she countered with a spinning kick that knocked him back. The train screeched as it approached a tunnel. Maya spotted it and knew she had to act fast. With one final burst of energy, she dodged Black's next strike and swung her baton, knocking him off balance. As he stumbled, she leapt to the side, grabbing onto a nearby overpass structure just before the train hurtled into the tunnel. Agent Black disappeared into the darkness of the tunnel, his fate uncertain. Maya pulled herself onto the overpass, breathing heavily. But the chase wasn't over yet. The agency had her position, and more agents were closing in. Below her, the sound of roaring engines caught her attention. A sleek black motorcycle sped through the streets, driven by a mysterious figure. The rider looked up, giving Maya a nod. It was Raven, a fellow rogue spy who'd promised to help her escape. Without hesitation, Maya jumped off the overpass, landing perfectly behind Raven on the motorcycle. The two tore through the streets, weaving between traffic as more agents in black SUVs pursued them. Bullets whizzed past, shattering windows and hitting parked cars as they zigzagged through the congested streets. Raven sped up, the motorcycle weaving effortlessly through alleyways, avoiding roadblocks and gunfire. Maya pulled out her handgun, returning fire at the pursuing vehicles, hitting one of the SUV tires and causing it to spin out of control. They reached the edge of the city where the road opened up to the sea. A cargo ship, their planned escape, was waiting just off the dock. But there was one last obstacle. An agency chopper had caught up, hovering overhead, its machine gun spinning up. "Hold on!" Raven yelled, pulling the motorcycle into a sharp turn toward a ramp near the dock. As the chopper opened fire, spraying the ground behind them with bullets, Raven gunned the throttle. The motorcycle launched off the ramp, flying through the air toward the cargo ship. For a moment, time seemed to slow as they soared through the air. The chopper's spotlight shone down, but it was too late. They landed on the deck of the cargo ship with a hard thud, the motorcycle skidding to a stop. The ship's crew immediately started to depart, leaving the agents far behind. Maya pulled off her helmet, taking a deep breath. The city was now a distant glow on the horizon. "That was close," Raven said with a grin, steering the motorcycle into the cargo hold. Maya smirked, tapping the flash drive in her pocket. "Closer than I'd like, but we made it." As the ship sailed into the night, the intel secure, Maya knew the game was far from over. But for now, she had won this round. Make it an action movie.